And hello to you. Hope you're having a good time, or you've had a good time. Today I'm gonna carry on with angles, which I started earlier on, and today I'm gonna talk about interior and exterior angles. Okay, so what is an interior angle and what is an exterior angle? It's very easy. This is very easy actually. You all know this, right? These are interior angles. Okay, A, B, C, they are called interior angle. Now, what is an exterior angle? If I extend this line here, that X and that angle here Y and that angle here Z, X, Y and Z are called exterior angles. Okay, this is very simple and it's no rocket science here. Okay, so what you do, you carry on drawing a straight line here, and then you carry on doing a straight line here and here as well. So these are called the exterior angles. All right, so don't know if you would remember in my previous lessons, X, that angle here will be the sum of angle A and B. Yeah, opposite. Now for Y will be equal to A plus C, and Z will be equal to B plus C. Alright, I proved that earlier on in my previous lesson. Okay. Very often, okay, let me talk about interior angles and polygons. What is a polygons? Poly means multiple, and gons, I think it means sides. It's a shape with multiple sides. So let's consider the simplest polygon with the minimum number of sides is a triangle. Okay, this is a triangle. I explained to you why we call it a triangle earlier on. It's got 3 sides and 3 angles, so 3 sides. These are the angles inside, and we have learned that A plus B plus C is equal to 370 degrees. Yeah, is that what we learned before? Of course we didn't learn that, guys. It's not 370. It's 180. We learned that before and we proved it as well, if I remember well, in my previous lesson. Okay. Let us look at a perfect square here. Or even a rectangle. Okay, so we got a 90 degree here, 90 degree here, 90 degree here, 90 degree here. It's L shape, remember? So that's 90, that's 90 degree, that's 90 degrees, that's 90 degrees. What is the sum of all the angles? By the way, sum is represented like this, huh? The sum of all the angles is equal to 360 degrees. That's a square and a rectangle. And that is 90, you remember? Well, this is the L shape, right? 90, 90, 90, 90. So the sum in all these is 360 degrees. Here the sum is 180 degrees in a triangle. Okay, now even I put this as a trapezium here, the angles, the sum of all the interior angles here will be 360 degrees as well. If I put like a rhombus here, the sum of all the angles inside is 360. If I put like a kite, the sum is 360 degrees. Okay, what we notice about these, regardless of the shapes of all these polygons we see here, regardless of the shapes, right, the sum of the angle inside is always 360, and that has got 4 sides. Okay, 3 sides 180, 4 sides 360. All right, how about a pentagon? Okay, before I do that, let us learn something together, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So number here, I put number of sides, okay, and the name. So number of sides 3, we call that a triangle. 4 sides, what we call it? Well, different names. Okay, it could be a rectangle, as we saw earlier on. Could be a square, could be a rhombus, could be a kite, could be a trapezium, right? How about 5 sides? What's the name for that? Pentagon. Penta is 5. How about 6? It's called hexagon. Hex meaning 6. What is 7, 8, 9, 10? I stop at 10. 7 is what? Heptagon. Hepta 7. Here it's octagon. Octa. 8. Here it's nonagon, 9. And here it's decagon. Deca means 10, right? And here I will put sum of interior angle. Okay, so here we know it's 180, and here we know it is 360. How about here? How about here? How about here? Right, what's the sum of the interior angle? How would we do that without using a protractor or whatever? I struggled a lot with this word. Now let me show you a quick way of doing that. But it's not a quick way, it's a long way actually. Look, let's say you have a triangle here. Okay, we know it's 3 sides, the sum is 180. Now let us look at this shape here. Okay. We know this is 360, right? We learned that. But how can we prove it is 360? Let me show you. What we do, we try from that shape now, we try to find how many triangles we could find in that shape. I can only find 2. 2 triangles. How about this shape here? That's got 4 sides. That one has got 3 sides. That one has got 5 sides, which is a pentagon. How many triangles I can possibly draw in that shape here? I can see I can draw. There's 1 triangle here. So I got 3 triangles. Now, what is the sum of the angles inside a triangle? 180. So I got 1 triangle here. So that should be 180 degrees here. All the angles inside here. Right? This. Then I got this angle here. Another triangle here. And the sum of the angle inside is what? 180. And what did we learn before? 360, 360, 360, 360, 360, regardless of the shapes. Okay, so we got 2 triangles and the total angles inside each triangle is 180. So for 2 triangles, what is it? 180 plus 180 is 360. How about here? We got 3 triangles. That one has got 180 degrees. That triangle, the interior angles, the sum is 180, and this one also is 180. So we got 180, 180, 180. What's that? 540 degrees. That's the sum of the interior angles inside a pentagon. So now we know this is 540. I'll put the 360 here, okay? And the 180 here. I will explain to you why in a minute. Okay. Now, let me do, I will erase this if you don't mind. Let me do another shape. One side, two sides, three sides, four sides, 5 and 6. That's 6 sides. A hex cycle. Again, all I have to do is draw smaller triangles from that shape. So how many triangles do I have here? 4 triangles. And each triangle has got 180 degrees. Right, so the sum of all this interior angle will be 180 plus 180 plus 180 plus 180, which means 180 times 4, right, is what? 720. So we go back to our table here, we got 720. Now when you look at that, you say, hang on, for number of sides, number of triangles, and sum of interior angle. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. When we have a polygon with 6 sides, we can draw, like you can see here, 4 triangles. And did I? No. And when we have a polygon with 5 sides, we can draw only 3 triangles inside. And so on. With the 4 sides, only 2 triangles, 3 sides, only 1 triangle, and we know that the sum is 180, 360. What's that? Oh, that I know, that's 720. So 3, 4, 540 degrees, right? Is there any pattern that we can see here? 180 is equal to 1 times. Where do we get 360? It's 2 times 180. 3 times 180. 4 times 180. 1 times 180. Alright? Now, I want you to watch this carefully. Where do we get this 1, 2, 3, 4? We get it from here. Right, the number of triangles. So, how do we get 1 from the number of, well, from 3? How do we get 1 from 3? How do we get 2 from 4? How do we get 3 from 5? How do we get 4 from 6? Is there a relationship between the two? Is this something that is common? Yes. This equal to 3 minus 2. This is equal to 4 minus 2. This is equal to 5 minus 3. This is equal to 6 minus 4. Sorry, 2 and 2 here. Look, it's very late. I'm doing this video, I'm not asleep. It's 2:30 in the morning I'm doing this, okay? So, as you can see, this number of triangle, how do we get it? All we have to do is take the number of sides minus 2. So, if I say I have a polygon of, let's say, 12 sides, straight away, without having to draw this polygon with 12 sides, all I have to do, I take 12 minus 2. I know for sure I'm going to get 10 triangles inside. And how do I get the number of triangles? The sum of the interior angles. I take the number of triangles, which is 10. and multiply by 180, that will give me 1800 degrees. So if I have a shape of 12 sides, the sum of the interior angles will be 1800. How do I get that? I take 12 minus 2, which is equal to 10, the number of triangles. That I multiply by, that one, I multiply by 180. So my answer here will be 1800. Okay? So can we derive a formula for a polygon of unknown number of sides? So let's say, what will be the general formula for that? General formula for finding the sum of the interior angles for any polygons. So let's say number of sides is equal to n, the sum of interior angle is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. This is the formula that you have to learn. So for a shape, let's say, I don't know, 27 sides, I know the sum will be 27 minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees, which is 25 times 180 degrees. Okay? So remember this formula. I've shown you how, from the drawing, how I reach the sum of the interior angles. Okay? Using this, then I showed you how to derive the equation, a general formula. So that is a general formula you'll have to remember. Okay, I forgot to put degrees here. Okay, that's it. That's all you got to know. If you don't understand it, go back to my thingy here, understand what I've done. And by the way, let us do this one. So for 7, it will be, the answer for this will be 7 minus 2, number of sides, minus 2, multiplied by 180. It's 8 minus 2, multiplied by 180. So it's 9 minus 2, multiplied by 180. And 10 minus 2, multiplied by 180. I let you work this out by yourself, okay? And then you give me the answer if you can. Okay, just give me the answer for these. Parents, tell me if you have any queries on that, any questions, you want some more clarifications, just let me know, okay? So I've explained that to you, right? You understand it now, yeah? And we got a general formula. Yeah, I've written that here. Now, let's proceed. Exterior angles. The exterior angles, I mean the sum of the exterior angles in any polygon is always 360 degrees. Always. That's it. You don't have to remember any formula here. Okay? 360 degrees. Alright, you want me to prove that to you? Okay. I'll prove that to you. prove that the sum of exterior angles is equal to 360. Alright, let me do a triangle here, an equilateral triangle here. Alright, so if you have an equilateral triangle, meaning all the three sides are equal, that means the angle here, they are all the same, 60, 60. Right? From my previous lesson, this angle should be 180 minus 60, which is equal to 120 degrees. Similarly, this also will be 120. And here also will be 120. So how many exterior angles I've got? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 120 plus 120 plus 120. When I add them up together, I find it is 360 degrees. Now you see, so regardless of the number of sides the polygon has, the sum of all the exterior angles, when you add them together, it has to be 360 degrees. Always, always. Alright? Look at this rectangle, for example, here. This is 90, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90. Okay, this is 90. I'll put that in a different color. This is 90. This is 90 degrees here. This is 90 degrees here. And this is 90 degrees here. And 90 degrees times 4, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 360. Alright? Now, I forgot to tell you something. If the polygon is a regular one, right, meaning like a square, an equilateral triangle, right, you can easily take the 360 degrees, the total angles, the totals of exterior angles, you divide by the number of sides. That will give you the exterior angle at each corner of that polygon. For example, here, if that was exceptionally, I don't know how it works for a rectangle, a perfect rectangle and a square, because it's 90 degrees here, you take 360, you divide by the number of sides, which is 4, you get 90 straight away. Okay, and for this one here, you would take 360 divided by 3, and you got the angle 120. All right, I will explain this a bit more later on. Right. Finally, I'm going to summarize something for you, or a different way of finding interior and exterior angles at the same time. Okay, I'm going to divide this sheet into two parts here. Okay. If we know the interior angle, right, Let's say this is the interior angle. Let's say this is equal to x degree. Then the exterior angle will be 180 minus x degree. Okay, and 3, the number of sides of the polygon, that would be 360 degrees divided by the exterior angle. And 4, the sum of the interior angle will be the answer in 3 above, right, multiply by the answer in 2 above. Let me check that for a minute. Nope, guys, I made a mistake. It's not the answer in 2 above, it's the answer in 1 above. Okay, so what is the answer in 3 above? This is equal to 360 degrees divided by the exterior angles multiplied by the interior angle. I hope this is not too complicated for you, but if you practice it, you will see how easy it is when we put numbers to it. So let us say the angle here is, I don't know, interior angle is 100 degrees. Okay, I'll use a different color. Let's say this is 100 degrees. Okay, the interior angle. I know my exterior angle would be 180 minus 100, which is 80. Okay. I've chosen the wrong number here. Sorry. Right. Okay. Let us say this is 135 degrees. So the exterior angle would be 180 minus 135, which is equal to 45 degrees. Number of sides, we take 360 degrees. I divide by 45 degrees. And what do I get? I got the number of sides is equal to 8. And here, sum of interior angles is what? So it's, you take 8, you multiply by interior angle, which is 135, and that gives you 1080 degrees. Okay, now having said that, I want to double check my answer. We know from the formula, we learned this formula here, remember? General formula, the sum of interior angle. I want to double check this. Sum of interior angles is equal to what? The number of sides minus 2 multiplied by 180. Correct? So what is the number of sides? It's 8 minus 2 multiplied by 180, which is equal to 6 times 180. So we got 600 0, 48, 4, 6, 10. Bingo, we got it. So it worked. That and that is the same answer. We've checked it. That's another way of doing it. If you learn this here, it's very simple. Just follow it step by step. What is my interior angle? X. Exterior angle 180 minus X. And number of sides, I take 360 divided by the external angle, like I showed you here before. Look. Okay. And and then for the sum of the interior angles, I take the answer in 3, which is this one, 360 over exterior angle, multiplied by my interior angle in 1 above, and you get the answer. And if you want to double check, you can double check it here using the formula n minus 2 multiplied by 180, and you get the sum of your interior angles. Okay? Now, what if we know the interior angle? How do we start this? Sorry, I meant exterior angle. I've done the interior before, right? I meant the exterior angle. So, what I do, I said, okay, let my exterior angle be X. I know my interior angle would be 180 degrees minus X. Agree? And we know that the the number of sides in the polygon would be 360 degrees divided by the exterior angle. Okay, so I got my number of sides, and therefore my sum of interior angles would be pardon me, same formula as before, 360 over exterior angle multiplied by interior angle. Same. Alright? Very simple, this one. Same, it's the same formula, guys. It's just I move it up and down, that's all. Basically, if you can master my earlier lesson, my earlier presentation on the interior angle, you just follow that. Okay, so let's do an example. Let's say this angle X is 30 degrees. X is equal to 30 degrees. Therefore, my interior angle would be 180 minus 30, 150 degrees. My number of sides would be 360 degrees divided by the exterior angle, which is this one here. That's my number of sides, 12 sides. And using this formula here, sum of interior angles, it would be 360 divided by exterior angle, which is 30, multiply by interior angle 150. So what's that? That's 12 times 150 is equal to 1800 degrees, the sum of the interior angle. I double check it using my formula n minus 2 multiplied by 180, 12 minus 2 multiplied by 180 is equal to 10 multiplied by 180, which is equal to 1800 degrees. Here you go, we've double checked it. So there are different ways of doing things. I'm showing you the different methods you can use. Whichever method suits you, just use it. But if you can learn both methods, then it's a lot easier. Alright? Sometimes, I don't know, it will depend on the question sometimes. Okay? Finally, what if I only know the number of sides? So let's say my number of sides is equal to x. From that, I know that my exterior angles will be 360 divided by x. I know that. And I know my interior angle would be equal to 180 minus my exterior angle, which is 360 over x. Okay, that's my interior angle, right? So the sum of the interior angles would be what? Would be would be number of sides multiplied by this interior angles here, right? I don't have space. Let me rewrite it here. That would be, it would be the number of sides times the interior angle. That's the sum. So if, as an example, if I start, let's say the number of sides is 10. Straight away I know my exterior angle is equal to 360 divided by 10, which is equal to 36 degrees. My internal angle would be 180 minus 36 degrees, which is 144. Okay, and this side here is the number of sides, sum of interior angles. Sums of interior angles would be 10 times 144, which is 1440. Using my earlier proof method, so n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Okay, here's n is number of sides. Then 10 minus 2 multiplied by 180. That's 8 times 180, and that's equal to 0.646. Here we go. We've checked it. Same. Alright? So this is how you do it. Alright? It might look a bit difficult to understand, but if you watch it slowly, you will see the pattern. Just practice. Just practice with some questions. You will see how, oh, it's so easy. You can see the link anyway. You can see the relationship. Alright guys, that's all now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed now. Alright? You take care and have a nice weekend. Cheers. Bye-bye.